kind of like warm on the driver's side. So that's my issue I'm having right now. But on the passenger side, it's kind of like rolled, like the actual heat that's supposed to be letting out. So my issue, what I really think it is, 95%. I was at 90%. 95% think that this truck needs a All right, yo, what I'm about to tell you guys is very, very important for you to do this at least if you live in somewhere where you get snow and you have, summer, if you have winter and summer, and you guys know every winter it gets super cold. And this is something that I should have done when I did my radiator and stuff like that. But I wasn't thinking about that at that time. But I have an issue that I'm experiencing right now with my truck, and I got to get it fixed as soon as possible. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Raining day here today for me, and I want to share with you guys something that I never would have expected. I wouldn't say I never would have expected, but this is something that I feel like is important for you to do every year or so, when you coming from summer going into winter and stuff like that, just so you don't have to experience an issue like this. Also, if your truck have some good amount of miles on there, it's something that I recommend that you do at least every winter time or fall, around that time. I should have done mine the time I did my radiator. So there's one issue that this truck is experiencing. So I got into this truck yesterday. I realized, I turned on my truck driving, the temperature, everything is fine. But I realized that my heat is not as hot as it needs to be. Like, I'm getting some hot air though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not freezing in the truck, but it's not really as hot as it was before, to where if I have it on blast, I would be burning. So I had to, I turned it up, still nothing. So I figured out what could be the possible issue, and I'm pretty sure this is what it is, because we are still getting heat in all four of the vent. It's just that one of them is coming out very, very lukewarm after a while. So what that lead me to tell me that is the fact that I got to do a heater core flush on my rim, because as you guys know, this truck, it is a used truck. I bought this truck about a year, going on 2 years, I'll say. And right now we at 153,000 miles. And I recently did a complete, put in a new radiator on this truck, because the old one seen better days and stuff like that, started leaking. So one thing I should have done then, when I was doing the radiator thing, I should have just flushed my heater core, but I wasn't thinking about that, because at that time, I wasn't experiencing any kind of issue with it. Now, this is not like a major, huge problem, because it is fixable. You could do it yourself. But the only thing is with me right now is the fact that it's been super cold, and also for some reason we've been getting some raining days. But right now my truck do get nice hot air come in and stuff. I do, it's not like I'm driving in a freezing truck, but it is pretty much something that I have to take care of as soon as possible, because this issue is something that I was kind of sketchy about it, because I experienced this issue before, but it was my first Dodge Ram I ever got, and this truck had the blended doors issue. Now that truck wasn't getting any kind of air. Like, it was bringing out super cool air on the left side, and then it was bringing out like warm air on the other side and stuff like that, something like that. But I definitely did have like the blended door issue, and I ended up getting that fixed. But with this truck now, I know for a fact, these trucks, on my research, you could just flush the issue that I'm experiencing. I'm like 95% positive that it's just the heater core that got to get flushed. Hopefully it's not anything else more to it, because you guys know exactly what I mean by that, because I hope it's not that route. But like I stated, I'm still getting hot air coming out, but it just on the driver's side, I'm getting like kind of like a warm air coming out. So once it get a little bit nice outside, I could be able to handle this as soon as possible, because this is something that's kind of, is like, right now we getting into the super cold season. We in December now. Could expect snow anytime. Hopefully it don't snow at all. I don't like the snow. But we'll see though. But this is something that I would highly recommend to you. If you got a truck that's over 100,000 miles, or you bought it over 100,000 miles, and obviously, let's say you haven't replaced your radiator or anything like that yet, I would highly recommend you do like a flush while you can, because you don't want to wait till you start experiencing issue. But like I stated, this is something that I'm pretty sure anybody could do this, because the 2 plugs is on the passenger side. All you gotta do is pop the hood, take off your stock exhaust, core air intake if you have one, take that off. Pretty much it's self-explanatory. You need some hose and stuff like that. That's how you can be able to do so. Or you can go to a shop. They probably gonna charge you $200 depending, which doesn't make sense because you could do it yourself. But this is the one issue right now I'm experiencing, and I'm not disappointed, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this truck definitely been holding me down for a while, and I'm definitely gonna take care of this truck as much as she take care of me. I definitely love my 2014 Dodge Ram, man. But I'm about to head back into work on my break. My break is over, so I will be seeing you guys probably within the next couple hours, and I'm gonna try to show you guys, if you guys haven't, if you plan on doing the same thing, like I'm gonna show you guys like kind of how to be able to do so. So I'll see you guys in about a couple minutes. Guys, we are back. Couple hours later, we off work, and I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly what I need to do to be able to fix my issue. I'm gonna give you guys a little update. So right now I got the truck running, and it is up to temperature, and I'm gonna show you guys right now. I haven't turned my heat on, nothing yet, but the heat work. It's not like the heat doesn't work. It gets hot, but the fact is it will get kind of cool, like kind of like warm on the driver's side. So that's my issue I'm having right now. But on the passenger side, it's kind of like rolled, like the actual heat that's supposed to be letting out. So my issue, what I really think it is, 95%. I was at 90%. 95% think that this truck needs a flush. So I need to do a flush on here, and I'm gonna be doing it hopefully once we have a nice day. As you guys can see, it was raining. Right now it's super cold outside, very, very nasty outside today. But I just want to show you guys real quick how to be able to do it. And I would highly recommend, if you got one of these trucks, let's say if you bought it used, you want to be able to do, like, if you have over 100,000 miles on your truck, you want to be able to make sure you do this as soon as possible, because you never know, you might come across the same issue. As I mentioned before to you guys, I did replace the radiator on this truck a couple months ago. I should have done this, but I wasn't thinking about it at all until now. Now I'm having this situation right now. One thing I can tell you guys is, make sure if you got a used Ram, you just bought it, or you guys know if you're living somewhere where it gets cold, you definitely got to do this at least once a year, especially if you have a used truck. This is something I'm pretty sure this truck haven't been flushed in a while. So I'm assuming this is the reason why I'm having this issue. So I'm gonna flip my camera over real quick just to show you guys how this could be done. Now, I'm gonna guess that I haven't done this before, but I have seen how it's done. And I'm gonna guess that this is probably gonna take you an hour, probably 45 minutes the most. It's not really anything like complex, heavy for you to do. All you gotta do is remove these right here. You just gotta remove the core air intake if you have one on your truck, to be able to get back there, because the location that you're going to be going at is right here. So I'm gonna flip my camera over real quick just so I can show you guys. Boys and girls, I had to move the hood up, so my heater core is back here. So trying to show you guys real quick. So you guys, it's kind of like a hard spot for you to see, but the plugs are right there, right back there, right next to the PCM. But I'm gonna try to point it out to you guys. It's right up there. That's one of them right there. So that side, you pretty much just gotta remove this. Once this is removed, connect your tubes. So it should be a top and a bottom one that's over there. And I do believe that you have to flush the bottom one first and then you do the top. But hopefully this is not something that's gonna be like a pain in the ass, because it is pretty much simple for you to do. But right now I'm gonna go in the truck because my hands are super cold right now. And I wanna be able to show you guys real quick. I'm gonna turn on the heat. So we're gonna go on this side. So it is up to temperature right now. Turn the heat on. So the heat is on. Let me see this side. Gotta wait for a little bit. All right, now she's on. Nice and hot. Nice and hot over here. Nice and hot too. So nice and hot over there too. But it is like a different, let me try to get in the car because it's kind of hard for me to be able to explain to you guys real quick. So I turn the heat on. It is up to temperature, don't mind that. The fan gonna come back on, it's gonna drop back down, but got the heat on. Nice and warm right now. We are getting some heat right now. So I'm getting some heat. But one thing I could say is one side is definitely more hotter, a little bit hotter than the other side. Now, what I know for a fact is that have to be the problem, because I can't really say it's a blended door issue, because I have experienced that before on my last ram I had before. And you will know, like from my knowledge, when I experienced it, is there was heat in that in the truck I had before when I had like a blended door issue, but there was heat coming from on the other side, and one side was bringing like I'm talking like real cold air. Like this side is bringing out heat, like in my truck right now, both sides bringing out heat. But one is just a little bit warm, and then the other side, well, this side's a little bit warm, and then the other side is a little bit hotter. So if that makes sense. But I could definitely believe 100%, because I definitely believe that it has to be flushed out, because I do believe like this heat is supposed to be way hotter than what it is now. And I wouldn't say it's the thermostat, because when I did the catch fan, clutch fan, whatever you want to call it, on the truck, I did end up doing like I think it was 130, somewhere around there, degree thermostat, and pretty much just so the truck could be able to run a little bit more cooler and stuff. It is recommended you doing like the fan swap on these trucks. Definitely recommend you do it. And it can be like my thermostat definitely have cooling in the truck right now. The cooling, everything is topped off. So it's only two things, and I wound it down to that: blended door issue, or I need to flush my I keep forgetting the effing name, but I need to do a flush. With my knowledge, I can 100% definitely say it does need a flush. Like I stated before, this is a used truck. I didn't buy brand new, so I don't know when or where the last time the person that owned this truck before ever did this. I don't know if they did or not, but I'm assuming same thing when I changed out the radiator on this truck. It was the stock OEM radiator that came from Ram and stuff like that. So meaning that it wasn't really, that's the radiator. I'm assuming that's the radiator that's been in this truck since it came from factory, because the way it was kind of leaking out, it wasn't crack, and it was crack on the side, but it wasn't like any kind of crazy damage or anything like that. But parts, at the end of the day, that's the thing about cars and trucks. At the end of the day, when you drive them a lot, when you drive them anyway, when they see like a certain amount of time, like lifespan, you got to replace things. You got to replace things. You got to do maintenance on certain things, and I feel like this truck definitely need, like right now, the heat coming out nice on both sides. One side is definitely more hotter, and then this side is hot also. But I will say that I'm glad I'm getting some heat, though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm definitely glad I'm getting some heat, because right now it rained, and I seen that we were supposed to get some snow. Hopefully, I'm hoping that we don't get any kind of snow, because I dislike the snow. But we got some rain, though. We got some rain. It rained for a little bit. And now all I can say is, man, I'm glad I got heat, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's super cold, man. I cannot do the cold at all. But this is an issue, though. It's kind of funny that, I mean, I wouldn't say it's funny that it's happening, but I would say I'm actually glad, though. It's like, it's not something, I mean, even though it seemed like, I don't know yet, but I'm 100% sure. I put my money on it that it just need like a flush, and the heat gonna be blowing out nice and hot. So I ain't really worried about it, though, man. It's just one of them things that comes with it. Cars, trucks, at the end of the day, gonna have some issue, you know. Gonna have issue. They are machines at the end of the day. They are meant for driving, and you gotta enjoy them. You're gonna have time where things break. You know, you can't really do much, be mad about it, you know, besides just getting it fixed. That's all. And this truck, man, this truck definitely been holding it down, man. Definitely been holding it down. I've been driving. I'm telling you guys, man, I drive this truck. When I got this truck had about, I'll say, I think I remember 120 on the dash. 120, I think. And I owned this truck for about 1 year, 7, 8 months. 1 year or 6, somewhere around there. But, and one thing I can say is the fact that I've drove a lot, because right now I'm at 153,000 miles, which is still not crazy miles, but some people might call that high mileage. To me, it's not. But yeah, man, just gotta get that taken care of. If you guys got a Ram, you had this issue before. If you had this issue before in the past, let me know what it was, or let me know. But like I stated, I think I'm 100% sure that it could be that issue. Like right now, we getting some nice heat right now. Definitely getting some nice heat. So can't complain about that. You guys, do me a favor, if you are on the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, click that subscribe, click that like button, help support the channel. I would definitely appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, peace out.